Before I bring up Jack and Adelle Foley, who are going to host for tonight, I wanted to say just a few things about Beyond Baroque. Starting with, the bookstore will be open after the reading. You can get Visions and Affiliations in the bookstore tonight at a reduced price, courtesy of Jack. Both volumes are there, and we have a few out on the counter, but I believe there are more, right, Jack? There are more than the ones that we have out on the counter?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, well then make a beeline after the reading. We also have...
You can talk to me, and you can get them through me, and also you can get them through Amazon, as well as SPP. Yes.
We also have The Misread City by one of our, co-edited by one of our readers tonight, Dana Joya. We have Jack's book, The Dancer and the Dance, for sale in the bookstore. We have many books by our authors here tonight. We do have a 40% off sale on poetry books for the holiday season. So please check the bookstore out after the reading, and we also have more refreshments in the lobby. We've got water and we've got wine, red and white. So, for those of you not familiar with Beyond Baroque, it was founded 44 years ago by George Drury Smith. George was a high school teacher. He had a side business that was a print shop on West Washington Boulevard, now known as Abbot-Kinney Boulevard. He began by publishing a poetry magazine called Beyond Baroque, and then in 1969 in the storefront on Friday nights he began holding poetry readings. Later that same year, the late Joseph Hansen and John Harris began the long-running Wednesday night workshop. It's the longest-running free workshop of its kind in the United States. So from that night in 1969 to last Wednesday night, we haven't missed a meeting. We now have 5 free workshops, 5 free poetry workshops, that is, 2 on Saturday morning, 1 on Tuesday morning. We have a Spanish language workshop on 3 Wednesday nights a week. We have 3 other free writing workshops. They are described in our calendar, which you can get in the bookstore or the lobby. We're running low. The new calendar will be out soon. In addition to the readings like tonight's, we have a music series called Beyond Music, curated by Daniel Rothman, formerly of Villa Aurora. Daniel brings in cutting-edge performers from all over the world, both composers and performers themselves. Our last few notices in the LA Times have been as a result of this fantastic series that we have. And we have, I think, one more program coming up for the rest of this year. This is just a monthly series. We have art shows in the gallery. The new show is going to go up in January. It's curated by our artist-in-residence, Robert Branneman. That's Bob's work that's in the lobby from last night's show called Waiting for Jack. A fantastic show. We'll have to do it again next year. Closing out the rest of this year, this is probably the last really fantastic reading that we have, but coming up is Ellen Mabey's Poetry Rodeo and Potluck on December 15th. That's Ellen in the bookstore, but she's also a remarkable poet. She is backed by her band. There's an open part of this, so you can sign up to be part of that. And her band will back you or remain silent. They will improvise behind you, or you can cue them as to what kind of music you'd like to hear. So that's a wonderful little reading. You can find out about that in the calendar. This afternoon we had the anthology reading for our Young Poets Development Program. We finished out the 2nd semester. It starts up again next February. If you know a young person between the ages of 12 and 18, this is a free workshop facilitated by California poets in the schools. Check the website. You can email Carly at beyondbaroque.org, who's the coordinator of that program, if you would like to enroll someone. It's Saturdays from 10 a.m. to noon. That's about all I will say, except that we exist by the support of our members. Some are extraordinarily generous, actually a handful who made good. In fact, our main support comes from a former Wednesday night poetry workshop participant who hit it big, and he never forgot us. So we're grateful for that, but it's all of the small members that really keep us going. So if you join tonight for $35 a year, we will send you our program 4 times a year. You will come to all Beyond Baroque events for free. And tonight, courtesy of Percival Press, we are giving away one of two premiums. The first is live at Beyond Baroque 2. It's a double CD set. It features, among others, Patricia Smith and Luis Rodriguez. Luis ran recently for vice president on the Justice Party ticket. I'm kind of glad that he lost, no slur on his politics, but had he become vice president, he wouldn't have much time to write poetry. The other choice is Three Fools for April, recorded live here at Beyond Baroque on April 1st, 2006. It is a CD and DVD, and it features the late, great Scott Warnberg, Henry Mortensen, and Viggo Mortensen. If you join at the $50 level, you and a guest can come to all Beyond Baroque events for free. You will get the calendar sent to you. You will be supporting all of the events that we do here. And your premium this time is also courtesy of Percival Press, Matui Needle. This is poetry by Henny Moana Baker, a Maori poet based in New Zealand. There's a lot of fine poetry coming from that part of the world that's little known to us, although we are part of the Pacific Rim. And she is one of the brightest voices coming out of the South Pacific. The other choice is On the Way Home. These are photographs by Anne Fishbein. She is the European equivalent of Robert Frank, whose book The Americans documented life in the 1950s in the U.S. This does the same thing for Europe, and it concentrates on displaced persons, people that either could not or did not want to return to their native country after the war. So you can see Ellen in the bookstore about becoming a member. You can shop in the bookstore for Christmas presents at the 40% off sale, and most importantly, you can support Jack by buying his book, What Few Remain, and buying this book, and buying a book co-edited by Dana, and books by other poets who are reading here tonight. So thank you for your attention, and now it's my great pleasure to introduce Jack and Adelle Foley. Jack did a Herculean task in putting this book together, so